presented by Sprint.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a game for Tony Parker. 16 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Well, you can't discount what that's meant to this team. I mean, he's helped their cause with his passing, and it's really given his team a nice groove.
And there's the 3-second violation.
Big blunder there, and that could cost them.
Major blunder, and you're right, a terrible time for that to happen when they're trying to chip away at this deficit.
The drive by Green. Dishes to Splitter. No one near him. Tries again and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. And Splitter drops them both.
Guys, you go back to the shortened season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road, but last year they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still solid when leaving San Antonio, but far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
San Antonio with the ball. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Parker with it. Now guarded by Hayward. He dishes it to Parker. He passes to Splitter. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And for the Spurs on the road last season, they would still win 23 games in hostile territory. And while that is more than the 22, Steve, they won in the shortened season, they also lost a fair amount more as well.
Well, for the Spurs, Kevin, I think they did what they needed to do. You know, the Spurs manage the regular season. They know when to turn it on and when they can maybe relax a little bit. The big thing is they just want to stay near 500 on the road, protect their home court, and be healthy going into the playoffs, and that puts them in a good position.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Steve, you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled all right, and turnovers will kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition. Well, if you're going to learn from someone, you might as well take some lessons from Tim Duncan. That's what Thiago Splitter has done in San Antonio, really kind of growing up under the tutelage of one of the great players of all time.
Utah shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And Splitter taken 28 by the Spurs way back in the 2007 draft. But they had to wait 3 seasons, Clark, for him to come over from Spain. And as Greg Popovich was saying just this past season, he's finally showing what he can do because he's been healthy.
Yeah, agreed, Kevin. And I think it was a wait worth making,
yes,
quite honestly. I mean, one of the premier backup centers in the NBA the last 3 seasons, and he earned himself a nice payday with his new contract, too.
That one is no good.
You know, guys, even though the Jazz have been a team that's been over 500 for the last few years now, they've not been able to really make up any ground in that tough Western Conference, and part of it is because they lack a go-to scorer.
But for the Jazz, they had the size and strength to compete with teams in the West the last few years, but since Darren Williams left, they have been searching for someone that can carry the offensive load late in games.
And that's exactly why they decided to trade on draft night for Trey Burke, the Michigan point guard. And, you know, when you don't have a player who can kind of set the offense up, it's really difficult to get your offense going. That's why they've been down ever since Williams left.
Hayward passes to Burks, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, you always hear about how loud this Jazz crowd is at home, and trust me, it is loud. They are a big part of why the Jazz have been so tough at home for so long, but the personnel of the Jazz has had something to do with that as well.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Duncan kicks to Leonard. The feed now to Green. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And the layup is good. Splitter's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
And as you said, the Jazz very tough at home as always, Clark, and 30 wins for them in this building last season, which usually, Steve, is enough to get you into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's an amazing stat. 30 home wins and you don't get in. It just shows you how difficult and how tough the Western Conference was.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
The shot will not go. And Utah the other way now. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Burke with the ball. Pass to Hayward. That's good. Hayward's got his second bucket tonight.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Parker with it. Now guarded by Burke. Duncan dishes to Splitter. Kicks it to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Right side Leonard. Kept alive. Splitter. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Splitter's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
Here is Hayward. He's covered by Leonard. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 6. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points. The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
Matt Bonner, he's checked in for the Spurs. Diaw, the pass to Bellinelli. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. He's got 8.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their star players, not without some controversy. The NBA, as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich for sitting all their starting players for a nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their 4th game in 5 nights, and Pop wanted to rest some of their guys because of just the nature of their schedule. But I think the problem was he didn't give the league advance warning. In that game against Miami, when he rested those 3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little shot at the league. And that's why there was a problem, and that's why the Spurs and Popovich ended up getting fined.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Bonner kicks to Ginobili. He feeds it to Parker. Bellinelli dishes to Parker. Ginobili. No good from outside.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Burke with it. He's picked up by Parker. Burke, the pass to Hayward. Burke. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now the dish to Hayward. Feeds to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Burks kicks to Burke. Hayward. He's covered by Ginobili. Williams can't get it to go. Here's Parker. The shot is off. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Spurs shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And Mills kicks to Leonard. Left side, Leonard. The pass to Bellinelli. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Jazz shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. That's good. Jefferson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Jazz.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Bellinelli dishes to Diaw. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Mills. Back to Leonard. He kicks to Mills. Off the left rim and out. Now Rush. Pass to Lucas. Dishes it to Beatrice. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
Here's Mills. Doubled by Rush. Mills with it. Lucas. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. San Antonio with the ball. Diaw, the pass to Leonard. Bellinelli for three. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Bellinelli's gone 3 for 8 tonight from the field. Outside Jefferson. He passes to Gobert. Lucas. Here's Beatrice. And the shot falls short this time. Here's Bellinelli, defended by Jefferson. Leonard, the open look. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Lucas kicks to Jefferson. No good from the wing.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Lucas kicks to Rush. He dishes it to Beatrice. Intercepted. It's 2-on-1. Here's Mills. Finished off the break.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
Beatrice inside. It's Jefferson outside. Jefferson can't get that one to fall. The Spurs have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
That free throw, no good. The Spurs making a switch here. DeColo's checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Mills. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Well, they're winning the speed game, guys, getting out in transition.
Boy, I like the energy they play with offensively, and in the open court, tremendous flow.
Lucas dishes to Beatrice. Jefferson, he's covered by Leonard. Here's Evans. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Spurs have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Leonard kicks to DeColo. To the middle. Rebounded by the Jazz. Lucas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Evans with it. Now guarded by Mills. Evans passes to Lucas. Back to Evans. And there's the feed to Jefferson. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. And DeColo kicks to Bonner. Mills. Pass to Bellinelli. He feeds it to DeColo. Kicks to Mills. 5 to shoot. Off target from 3-point range. Feeds it to Beatrice. Nice ball movement by Utah. There's the dish to Jefferson. Another miss by Utah.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
There's the pass to Diaw. He kicks it to Mills. Dishes it to Diaw. Shot on the wing. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Biedrins. Puts up the baby hook. You know what?
Great work getting in the shooter's face and then getting back to the boards to grab the rebound.
And DeColo kicks to Bonner. Passes it to Mills. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Misses the three.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Lucas kicks to Jefferson. Biedrins. Bellinelli is covering. Jefferson, that's for two. The steal. Bonner dishes to DeColo. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Mills. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Here's Jefferson. The feed to Rush. Pass to Lucas. Kicks to Biedrins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Here's DeColo. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed